Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and Merry Christmas to all of you. You'd probably be thinking I would be doing a video on the Christmas presents I got. I decided I'm not going to do that because basically some of the stuff I haven't gotten I actually have not reviewed yet. Most of it I have not reviewed. So if I were to show it to you, I'd be spoiling all the upcoming movie reviews that I'd be doing, and I really don't want to do that. So there will not be a Christmas present video. I am sorry to the Shamism. I know you are, you're such a great, I can call you a YouTube friend because you all are a great YouTube friend. And I'm sorry I cannot do that though, specifically because of that reason. So I can't do that, but what I will be doing is I will be doing a movie review that I just saw, and I'm so happy I finally saw this movie, and that movie is Frozen. Yes, I've been wanting to see Frozen since it came out, and I am so happy I saw it. Now, let me just clarify something. I did not see this movie in the theaters, okay? I did not see it in the theaters. I saw it online from a website. It's actually a very good, high-quality website. If you guys want, I could put the link in the description if you guys have not seen the full movie of Frozen yet. But I found this from someone gave it to me, gave me a link for it, because I had said that I really wanted to see it, and they knew I wanted to see it, so they gave me a link for it. And thank you so much to the person who gave me a link for it. I don't know if you have a YouTube account, but thank you. Shout out to them. And, so basically, I saw the movie, and it was amazing. And by far, one of the best movies of the year. I loved it so much. It was so powerful, and I loved it so much. Now, let me just say something. As you guys know, I have not seen any other anime movies all year. I have not seen Despicable Me 2. I have not seen Monsters University. I have not seen Turbo. I have not seen The Croods. I have not seen any of the big anime movies all year. However, I don't need to because I already know. I'm still going to watch those, but I still know that Frozen is going to be the best anime movie of the entire year because it is fantastic. Now, I was definitely as I said, I was really looking forward to this movie. One of the reasons I was because of the plot, which in my opinion is one of the most original plots I have seen in a very long time. It is one of the most original plots for an anime movie. The plot basically is that it focuses on these two sisters, Anna and Elsa. Elsa has always had this power to, basically turn everything into ice and snow. So basically she touches something, it turns into ice and snow, and she has powers and everything. One day, her little sister, Anna, woke her up, asking her if she wanted to build a snowman, and everything was going great and everything, until, things got a little chaotic, and there was this really bad action. I'm not going to say exactly what ends up happening, but something ends up happening where, Anna gets into this bad accident because of Elsa, and because of this, her parents decide to lock Elsa away from Anna because they think that it's just too dangerous. So they wipe away all of Anna's memories of that time with Elsa that she's had. They wipe away all of that. So Elsa is basically forced to ignore Anna at all costs, saying no to her, just not talk to her at all. She's basically just isolating her throughout her entire life. We go 3 years later, both of their parents are now dead, basically. They're both dead because this is a Disney movie, because no parents actually survive in these movies. But because of this happening, Elsa is now becoming queen. She's about to become queen and everything. And Anna ends up falling for this guy who, seems like they're going to start something. They end up getting married. They end up getting engaged. And, Elsa just, Anna gets really upset because Elsa is still not talking to her and everything, and Anna is very excited because she thinks finally she'll get the chance to, be with her sister and be able to talk to her sister and everything. But the rage just gets to Elsa, and as a result, she casts her spell, and everything goes crazy, and everything turns into ice and snow. The entire city of Arendelle turns into ice and snow, and that's where they're trapped. So now Anna has to find a way to get Elsa to unfreeze it, basically, and that is the plot of Frozen. However, frozen is also a metaphoric term, which I will get to in a second. But that is the plot, and I think that is one of the most original plots I have seen in a very long time. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. It's such an original plot, such an original story, and I loved every single minute of Frozen, definitely. Another thing that made Frozen so good were the performances. The music performances and the acting. Let me just say that, one, there was not as much music as I thought there was going to be, but when there was music, it was extraordinary, because this whole cast is just amazing, and I knew from this cast it was going to be so good. When I saw the cast, you know, Idina Menzel, Santino Fontana, Kristen Bell, and then, Jonathan Groff, I knew it'd be a great cast, and it really, really was. Let's just get to the acting. Kristen Bell, I thought was great as Anna. She really was fantastic as her. You really got the sense of her being really upset that her sister, you know, could not be with her, and she couldn't really be with her sister or do anything with her sister, and I really thought that was heartbreaking. By far her best song is For the First Time in Forever. Like, definitely, that is one of my favorite songs in the entire movie. However, the best one in the cast is by far, Idina Menzel. Idina Menzel blew me away. I mean, I knew that this girl was amazing. She really is an amazing woman. She has done so many great things. Wicked, Rent. I knew she'd be amazing, and she really, really was. In fact, I think this even was Oscar-worthy. She should get some type of recognition at the Oscars for this, because she did such a great job. Elsa is just such a complicated character. You know, you could definitely see that she wants to talk to her sister, but, you know, she wants to be with her sister. She wants her sister to be able to help her out. She wants to be able to help out her sister and everything, but she can't, because she's so worried that she's going to hurt her sister again. And that's, you know, that's so, you know, big that she's very worried about that. And I thought she just did a really great portrayal, especially Let It Go. Oh my God, that is by far the best song in the movie. When she sang it, my heart broke for her. It really did. I'm like, because you know that she is, you know, she's starting to accept who she is in that song, but at the same time, she's still really upset, so she just decides to hide away and everything, and she has this huge smile on her face, but you know that deep inside her that not everything is okay, and, you know, there are people after her the entire movie. The entire movie people are after her. Now, Jonathan Groff as Kristoff, I really like this character. I thought he was, he had some really funny parts, because he has this really close bond with his reindeer, and there are parts where he actually pretends to talk like a reindeer, and it was really strange, but I thought he was really good, and I thought he was a good, love interest for, Anna. Also, Hans, played by Santino Fontana, there's a bit of a twist to this character, which I'll get to in the spoilers, but I thought he was pretty good for what he did. He had a really nice singing voice, as usual. I mean, Santino Fontana was great in Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella. I did not see it, but I heard the cast recording, so I knew he'd be great in this too, and he was fantastic. I thought he was just really, really great in this, and I thought he was great too. Besides Idina Menzel, Josh Gad is the second best. He really provides a lot of comic relief as Olaf, who Olaf is this snowman that Anna and Elsa built when they were young children, and since Elsa basically lets everything go, Olaf comes to life, basically, and I thought his character was just really funny. In all of the chaos and everything that was going on, Olaf was great for comic relief, definitely for the kids and everything, he's great, but also for the adults. I think if adults, you know, aren't really into the story or think it's cheesy, you will enjoy Olaf, because Olaf provides a lot of the comic relief to the movie. One of the things that I loved about this movie was basically Anna and Hans are engaged early in the movie, and you know how, like, in all Disney movies, there's the cliche of them getting married at a, you know, when they first meet, and they basically criticize Anna for doing that, and I thought that was really funny, because I'm like, so, well, this obviously isn't that type of movie. I thought that was actually really funny that they did that. That wasn't something that Olaf did, but I thought that was probably one of the funniest things that I saw in the movie, definitely. The other thing about this movie is that really this movie has something for everybody, I think. But let me get to the spoilers now, because there are some pretty big spoilers, and I'm talking major spoilers here. If you guys have not seen this movie, just do not watch the rest of this video. Major, major spoilers ahead, so let's get to it. First spoiler, of course, is the theme of love that was in this movie. I love that. I love there was like a metaphoric theme where really Elsa's heart and it was frozen the entire movie because she couldn't express any, thing of love or anything to Anna because she was so afraid of getting her hurt. And I thought that was so great that she was finally able to release all that. And I loved that Frozen, not only was it going on the movie, but it's also a metaphoric term, which I never really thought of in the movie. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. I love the way they did that. And I thought that was so good. But of course, the biggest twist in the movie is Hans. I did not expect his character to be the idiot, the big douchebag that he is. He is such a bad person. He's the main bad guy in the movie. If anything, I did not know what was going to happen in the movie. I didn't think he would be. I thought the guy who was like the guard or whatever, the one who was like trying to stop Elsa, I thought he would be the bad guy. But no, Hans was the bad guy, and I gotta say he was a very good bad guy because the way he just fooled everybody was genius. I thought his plan was genius, and I thought that he was so good. And Samuel Van Hand did a great job as him in those scenes. He was a really good villain, definitely. Although my only complaint with him is that he wasn't built up like a villain, so I didn't really expect it. So when you guys are going to see him as a villain, you're going to be like, damn, I liked him. Why do you have to turn into a villain? But he actually is a really badass villain, I think. Although Elsa is the real badass in the movie. I also love the way the movie ended with Olaf being able to, stay there even though it's summer. I thought that was really funny, actually, the way that all worked. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I really enjoyed that as well. And I just liked how everybody gets their happy ending. I like the way the movie ended as well. So yeah, that's it for the spoilers. But again, the last thing I'm going to say is that this movie has something for everybody. There is massive amounts of action. Definitely, I would say that there is a reason why. I'm noticing that this movie in particular, there's something different with this movie compared to other Disney movies. This is, more people it's attracting more people my age than people like little kids. And I think that's because the excessive amount of violence in this movie. I mean, it gets pretty, excessive. If this was not an anime movie, if this movie was live action, there would be so much blood and gore. But because it's an anime movie, they can't do that, obviously. But there's a pretty big amount of action. I was very surprised by the great amount of action in this movie, which I was very impressed with, because Disney sometimes cuts things short, and they did not do that with this movie at all. They did not sugarcoat anything, which I was extremely happy about. They showed the raw emotion that Elsa had to go through, which I really loved, and that was just so great. Also, it has a comedy with Olaf, so if you guys aren't into this story, you will love Olaf, like anyone. And even people who, aren't looking forward to this, you will love it. I've heard, boys even, who I wouldn't even think would be into this movie at school, say they loved Frozen. Everybody's gonna love Frozen some way. The music is amazing. The music, by far, this is by far the best, soundtrack, of the year, by far. The best musical soundtrack of all year. I think it is so amazing, and it is just, it's fantastic. It's such a great score. I thought that was great, too. And, the only other thing is there anything else I want to say? Definitely this is going to get some Oscar love. I could definitely see this getting Oscar love. It is by far the best movie I've seen, the best anime movie I've seen on year, and maybe the best movie I've seen on year. This might end up being my number one, because this movie was just perfect in every way, in my opinion. And this is definitely the Les Miserables of the year, in my opinion, because there's only been one musical, and this is it. Black Nativity was the only other one. I haven't heard anything about Black Nativity, but I have heard a lot about this one, and it is so great. I gotta give this a perfect 10 out of 10. I encourage all of you to go out and see this amazing, amazing movie. It's gonna touch your heart. You guys are going to love this movie so much. And I'd say definitely watch it. If you guys want the link, just message me that you want the link. I will happily give you the link. I don't want to give it through comments because I don't want everyone to, start going through the link and everything. I don't want that to happen, so just message me if you want the link. But, yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you guys saw this movie. I can't believe I saw it. I'm so happy I saw it. And thank you to the person who gave me the link, because you made my Christmas so much better. If you're wondering why I'm not doing much for Christmas, it's because my mother got sick, so we really couldn't do anything for Christmas this year. We were going to go down to my father, to the family and everything, but we couldn't because my mother got sick, so we decided not to. So yeah, so that's why I watched this, and that's why I didn't really, do anything. But I had a really great Christmas because I saw Frozen, so I'm really happy. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will be for one of the movies I got for Christmas, which I'm not going to tell you what any of them are. So I'll see you then. Bye!